We got 1, 2, 3 different knives we're going to be checking out today. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we got a new knife from Ferramonster, a new variant. We have a debut in the channel from a company called Tactis. They're making a very affordable folder. You're definitely going to want to check that one out. Then we have a knife from Trivisa, which is going to be a wild one. It's going to be unlike anything you typically see in the channel or the idea of a knife you normally think of. We're going to go ahead and unbox these today. Links to all these down below in the description and pin comments. Without further ado, let's get right in. Starting with Ferramonster, I do have a discount code Miguel EDC for Ferramonster. It will get you 10% off. Again, all the links down below. We got some paperwork. We have a Ferramonster Velcro patch right here with their King Kong Gorilla logo going on there, crafted for adventure. We got some paperwork. We do have additional hardware, which is always nice and welcome. Check that out, all kinds of screws and pivot and all that good stuff. And of course, here is the knife. We got a zipper pouch, also with the Ferramonster logo on it. And if you're ready, I'm ready. Here we go, guys. There is the knife. We got a wiping cloth in there as well. And this one is going to be a little special. This one's going to be special because it is going to be a collaboration with EDC, with DBD. So shout out to the homie. Check out his channel if you haven't already. Disable but Deadly, right? I absolutely love his content. He's got way more energy than I do, and I absolutely love the vibe he's got going on with his videos and whatnot. Check out his channel. I'll have him linked down below, guys. We are looking at the Ultim treatment for the Glideman. The homie DBD wants to Ultim the world. He wants to put Ultim on all knives possible. And this DVD version right here absolutely hits home run. This is a very tastefully done Ultim scale here. Obviously, Ultim is a see-through material. It's not just plain Ultim. It has like a micro milling going on diagonally, right, with a little bit of grip, right? A little bit of texture there. Adds additional grip, of course. Then we have a red arrow, right? I have no idea what this arrow is all about. Pointing to something. What exactly is it pointing to? I have no idea. It is kind of like a sticker. I just want to peel that off. We're getting a wire pocket clip that's deep carry, also reversible on the other side. And let's check out the back spacer here. Got butterfingers today. Yeah, titanium back spacer going on like that as well. Of course, you know, you got the opening hole here and bam, right? The Glideman in its full glory here. It is one of the most everyday oriented, ergonomically friendly and functional utilitarian blades that Ferramonster has to offer, right? Take a good look there. Nice little Warncliffe sheep's foot blade, kind of a blend. You're getting 154 cm steel on this one with a beautiful satin finish and a pretty tall flat grind. And it is going to be a liner lock. We do have access here from the show side quite a bit, and it's pretty nice and easy to disengage. I want to say the lockup there is going to be around maybe 30-ish% or so, right? You guys be the judge. Again, disengagement there, pretty easy to do. Let's check out the drop shot action here. All right, that's very nice. Obviously, it's going to be on ball bearings. All right, check out how smooth that is. Very nice smack in the middle alignment, right? All the liners are nice and recessed as well. And of course, you know, that back spacer is going to be your lanyard solution for my lanyard people out there. Plenty of milling we can see from the outside on both ends. And there's even a little bit of an Easter egg right here. Hold on a second. All right, there's the Disable but Deadly little logo in there. It's kind of like a skull. I think it reads like this, right? Like a little skull. And then kind of like a pirate logo in a way, but with tools, right? Making an X underneath the skull. That's a nice little Easter egg, nice little touch there. Sign me up. I definitely love stuff like that. But yeah, the action on the Glideman is going to be really, really good. I mean, I feature the Glideman here in the channel plenty of times. They have a premium version with titanium, or actually multiple premium versions with titanium. And they have also the CP, which is a more affordable version as well. But this one is going to be obviously a very limited run as a collab with DBD. So Spidey flick is on point. Thumb deployment also on point. Yeah, nice little shake shot right there. It's gonna break in nicely. I also like the acoustics on it. Sounds pretty good. Take a listen. I can get a full 4-finger grip, right? Full hammer grip right here, full purchase. I can forward choke as well. Very nice finger choil, gets the job done. And that curvature you see there, that's perfect for your thumb, right? That was just designed for the thumb right there. That lands perfectly. You also have some jimping back here, and this is where it's at. You can get more control of the cut, right? Whether you're slicing and dicing here, you still got a little bit of belly there for tabletop cutting. You got a little utilitarian tip for drug cuts, utility cuts all day. We can get that done. I mean, overall, a very sweet knife. If you daily carry a knife, which I mean, I'm sure you do if you're watching this channel, this is one of the most EDC friendly knives out there. I mean, the design at first, right, looks a little bit funky, but once you use it, once you start carrying it, right? It's just, man, it fits a hand like a glove. It is very, very ergonomically friendly. And of course, ambidextrous friendly too, because you can reverse the pocket clip and then just disengage the knife with your left hand like this. So definitely got that going on for it. Making a first great impression here, as it always has. The Glideman is, again, a very iconic model from Ferramonster. I want to put it next to two of my favorite models from Ferramonster as well. That's going to be the Spectrum with the micro milling titanium M390 steel. And here we have the Xandros with the stonewashed titanium. And both of these have horizontal hand rub finish on M390 steel. Those look pretty nice if you ask me. Can't go wrong with either one of those. I mean, they're all highly recommendable. But yeah, the Ultim definitely pops. I like the color, right? PP color if you're tri-state. He calls them PP scales. That's basically what comes to mind. And I can't shake that off ever since I heard him call it that. But let's go ahead and move on to the next knife, right? We got that one down. We got two more to go. This next one, again, Tactis, right? Making a debut in the channel. We have a magnetic box here, and then we got the knife, and that's just as straightforward as it gets, really. So let's go ahead and take a look, get the knife out here, see what the Tactis is all about. I'm not sure if we have a name or a model for it. If we do, future me, put that on the screen. But it looks like we have a front flipper, we have a button, right? Looks like maybe a button lock or a button liner lock. Let's find out in just a second. We're looking at the kind of that G10 that kind of has a little bit of veneer for carbon fiber, but it's G10. That's what this one looks like. We should probably zoom in a bit, Miguel. Laying your whole solution back here, we have aluminum back spacer. There we go. We're getting pulled from the liners, not the actual back spacer itself. Recessed liners and thumb studs that also are matched, right, color match to that purple. That's a nice little attention to detail. The pocket carry clip, that's a wire clip. And for some reason, it's not reversible. It should be reversible. I mean, it's not that hard. You just milled out the two little lines, parallel lines on the other end, and boom, you make it so that the pocket clip is reversible. And lefties can enjoy it as well. If it is what I think it is with the button lock, I mean, it's going to be ambidextrous friendly. So a deep pocket carry clip reversible would have been the W right there. But without further ado, let's go front flipper for the win. And oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Oh man, come on. That front flipper was pretty good. Okay, so the front flipper is money. Money! All right, very, very snappy. And it looks like we are working with, wow, that is, ladies and gentlemen, I was not expecting this. You definitely got to get a closer look at here together. Check that out. It is a coil spring, and that is a liner, right? You see that top liner right there? That is a button-operated liner lock. And it's interesting because we actually get to see the coil spring. Some other mechanisms hide the spring, but here we can actually see it. And there is a liner. So yeah, definitely the stronger combo or possible variant of a button lock. So not a plunger lock button lock, but a button operated liner lock. Sign me up for the thumb stud deployment. Oh yeah, that feels good. Reverse flick. All right, that feels good too. I'm using the meat of my middle finger for it. And there's like a little cutout on both ends. If I try getting at it with the nail, there you go. I am getting at it with the nail here. That is also possible. The liners are recessed, and we got a full 4-finger grip here, full purchase. Pretty comfortable with the wire clip. I'm gonna go a good 9 out of 10 right there, pretty solid. No forward choke option, but you could maybe forward choke a tad bit, as long as you're aware of what you're doing. But let's take a look at the blade, right? Because we haven't talked about the blade yet. This is a very interesting blade here. Got the blade police out here after they arrest Metal Complex. I need the blade police to decipher what's going on with this one. It is a satin finish. We should definitely zoom in a tad bit. It's a satin finish with, what are we calling this? Sheep's foot tanto? Can you have a reverse tanto and a tanto at the same time? I don't know. Give me your best guesses as to what geometry this is in the comments below. Definitely looks good. It's definitely right up my alley. If you like a good sheep's foot and you like tantos and you like a blend of the two with a pokey tip, right? That's exactly what you're getting here. I'm gonna set it down here so you guys can get a closer look. Sometimes y'all get mad at me. Miguel, you flick the knife around too much, man. Set it down so we can get a closer look. Fam, I got you. All right, here you go. I mean, it's sort of like a medium range. It's not a large knife. It's not a small knife. It's definitely a medium size, I would say. And the action is pretty good. I think the best thing this one has going for it is the price. It is really not all that expensive. So pretty sweet to see a button-operated liner lock at a very affordable price. Action is pretty good. All right, checking that detent. That's pretty solid as well. And again, for a company that's just making a debut coming into the EDC knife scene, I gotta give them kudos. It is 14C28N steel, by the way, in case I haven't already mentioned that. Pretty fidget friendly, pretty well executed. Lanyard hole back there for my lanyard people. And you know, just a very nice, functional, straightforward design right there. So you could use the tip, right? If you like a very tip-oriented type of knife, you can still use it as a utilitarian knife. You don't have to bend the wrist all that much. The tip is very much aligned with the pivot, so it's not pretty high up, like, you know, say a drop point blade or something like that, like a trailing point. So you can still use it, you know, to your heart's content for EDC. I want to do a size comparison really quick on this one, just to give you a ballpark, right? Medium-sized knife. Here's the new Kizer Aegis T. Did an unboxing on this one pretty recently. That was going to be a little bit longer size-wise. And here's the new Phoca BD, right? The button-operated liner lock version. Also dropped here in February as well. Content on these in the channel, of course, and links down below if you guys want to check them out as well. But yeah, medium size all day. Absolutely cannot go wrong with it. Should be able to accommodate, you know, a good range of hand sizes, if you would. But yeah, this one's looking good. All right, we got two so far. The Glideman, the Tactis. Let's find out what the last one's all about, shall we? And bam, here it is, Trivisa. What's Trivisa up to these days? They've been making banger after banger, and I think this one is a little bit of some different sauce. Something they make a sticker out of that comes in every single box, but we haven't quite checked it out here in the channel just yet. And we're talking about the, drum roll please, the Lacerta. Lacerta or Lacerta? Right, whichever one rocks your boat. PBD 14C28N steel blade with black micarta. So this one's got, I think, the black on black combo going on. So let's take a look. It should be a very naughty geometry, I'll tell you that. If you're looking at this sticker, that may or may not give you a hint of what we're looking at. Wink, wink. Here we go. Wiping cloth, paperwork, little baggie, right, to carry your knife in, right, if you want to. And here it is, guys. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready for this. This is one wild, epic blade we are about to look at together. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the chase and share this one, and then we'll kind of break it down a little bit. If you're ready, I'm ready. Bam. Holy smokes, guys. Talk about a, a raptor talon, right? Like obviously a hawksbill geometry with a nasty recurve. Holy smokes, guys. And I mean, I wasn't expecting any less. The moment I saw this logo right here, Tiwus, right? It is a Tiwus design. I believe he's a Japanese designer, very much into like mostly self-defense oriented type of knives. I can definitely see where this one might come handy in a self-defense scenario. Like, I mean, you can see that from a mile away. You're fighting some ninjas in the back of a Walmart parking lot. A recurve geometry like this one might come handy. But hey, that's not what this channel is about. We're not experts in any way, shape, or form about self-defense, but we do like wild geometries like this for EDC. So this one's got potential. You got a flat grind, obviously with the PBD coating there. Very nasty, pokey tip. 14C28N steel, so you know it's going to be an affordable one. Black micarta on this one with the black micarta backspacer and matching black liners. Everything is blacked out here. We got a wire clip. I mean, what are the odds that we unbox 3 different knives and they all have a wire clip? Deep pocket carry, wire clip, also reversible on the other side. See, it's not that difficult. Just do the parallel lines, throw a screw on there, boom. Your knife is now ambidextrous friendly. It's going to be a liner lock. All right, so let's go ahead and disengage here. We'll check that engagement in a moment. All right, so it's a little bit of a shake shutter, back flipper deployment only. We do have some jimping there. Check that out. Nice and jimped. I do like the whole blacked out aesthetics to it, right? If you're wearing your ninja outfit and you got everything blacked out, obviously you're gonna want your knife to, you know, be blacked out as well, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's a very snappy detent. Oof, the tuning on that is really good. That's a massive understatement, to be honest. So yeah, definitely works really good. We can light switch it. Let's try to fill it. Oh yeah, I'm trying. Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard to fail this thing. I mean, in a scenario where you need, you know, this thing deployed, you're definitely gonna want to, you know, make sure that that detent does what it's supposed to do. I was just testing out some different grips. So here we go. Let's try the standard grip. I mean, we could grip it like this, could make it work. Some utilitarian cuts, drag cuts and such. Here's the reverse grip. That feels pretty nasty, but I think the, hold on, is it the Friday Night Gas Station fighting grip? Not as much the Pakal grip. Hold on. Don't be cutting my mat now. The Phoca grip, this is where it's at, right? This definitely aligns pretty good. You see the curvature on the handles there, right? For your ring and pinky. Boom, this feels perfect on the thumb. I'm able to get a full 4-finger grip. And yeah, we can go about your business, you know, like definitely fighting off a watermelon or tearing an orange, whatever it is you got going on. You want to use your knife for, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Not to mention, obviously, with the recurve, if you use the tip to puncture through material, this geometry is going to aid the cut. So that means it's going to drag the material more and more as it goes into whatever it is you're cutting with it, right? That's one of the things I learned from my good old friend Jared from Knees Knives. Shout out to Jared. And I mean, talk about a folder that is going to absolutely spice up your rotation if you do decide to carry it, or even if you want to collect this piece. This is wild. Obviously, Travisa does a lot of premium designs. I know they work a lot with Kavol knives, with a lot of premium designs, but it's nice to see some more budget-oriented, more affordable type of knives here with this one. Makes it really attainable for people if they really like the design and want to pick one up. This is crazy. I mean, non-knife people are going to look at this and be like, listen, what in the world is that? What are you up to? What is going on? Absolutely do not office carry this thing. And as always, check your old local laws to see what knife length you can carry on your person. But yeah, this is a wild one, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely wild. I do have two that I want to compare it to really quick. I want to put it here next to a little less of a recurve hawksbill, like on the Wixco Wortex. You can see the difference there. It's pretty epic. And then I want to put it next to the wild Reate EXO-K. This one also has a hawksbill, but that's a full karambit right there. Right? Check that out. So needless to say, recurve blades and hawksbills, they're pretty nasty sort of geometry to have on a knife blade. And in most cases, it leans a lot towards, you know, self-defense. I would say obviously these two knives definitely prioritize that a little bit more. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be that case all the time. For example, the Wortex right here has a pretty subtle recurve, works pretty good for an EDC knife. I also checked out the Derecho, I'm Hispanic, right? I'm gonna say it right. The Derecho from Sharp by Design. That one has a pretty nasty recurve too, but it's also a great, amazing EDC everyday carry knife. So I like that design also a lot. This one is pretty naughty. And by the way, check out videos on all these and links down below if you guys want to learn more. This is, till this day, one of the most wild folding knives that I own. Short videos on this knife have gotten tons of views and subscribers. If you subscribe to the channel because of this knife, sound off in the comments and let me know. But let's go ahead and bring them all side by side right here, guys. We looked at the Trivisa Lacerta. We looked at the Tactis model on the screen. And of course, the ultimate version of the Glideman, a DBD collaboration, disable but deadly. All pretty sweet knives in their own right. Obviously, they each have a little bit something special sauce going on. Let me know which of these is your favorite. Sound off in the comments. Give me some feedback. What do you guys like about them? What do you love about them? So anything you dislike about them, let me know. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Links to all these in the description, as well as the pinned comment, and also any discount codes, like for example for Fairmonster, Miguel EDC is going to get you 10% off. Shout out to these brands for sending these in for me to check out and share with you guys. And also shout out to my Patreon supporters and channel members for supporting what I do here. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for your love and support. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.